I'm Bill Woodward. I'm a senior fellow at Santa Clara University and a retired professor of law from Temple University, and our book is Skills and Values Contracts.
I'm Candace Zierdt from Stetson University College of Law.
We wanted to create some materials that would add transactional perspective, ethics, and skills into the contracts class, all three of which are almost completely missing in a first-year contracts course.
And we wanted to be able to do it in a very short and concise manner that students could use outside of the classroom. We had two challenges, and I'm going to talk about one challenge in terms of, although we have a lot of practice experience, we hadn't practiced law for a while, so we had to go out and talk to lots of lawyers to help us with part of these pieces. And the second challenge has to do with, we wanted anybody who uses any textbook in the world to be able to use our book. Therefore, our book is not divided by chapters in a way that follows any book.
The contracts case books are divided between those that start at the beginning of the contract with formation and end at the end with remedies, and those that start with remedies and end with something else. And I use the latter, Candace uses the former. The challenge was, how do we do a book that both of us could use, or both teachers using those very different approaches can use. And the chapters in the book are entirely standalone chapters that can be dropped anywhere in wherever you are in the course. We have a lot of drafting exercises in the book. That was one of the things that we wanted to do, was to show students how you use contracts to plan. And we have a spreadsheet that allows a teacher to find all of the chapters that deal with drafting, or with transactional work, or with ethics, or with UCC.
It's really a book that can be used standalone by students, that you do not have to bring a lot of it back into the classroom. And the wonderful piece is you can actually check and make sure your students are doing the material, because there's a way to go online through Lexis and check and make sure that they're doing the quizzes and that they're doing the work that we've asked them to do. And at the same time, I take 4 chapters and probably don't spend more than 40 minutes the whole time, and take maybe 10 minutes per chapter and bring that into the classroom. So although I cannot use the entire book in a 4-credit class, I get a good half of it in, and I could probably do more. My problem is I love to bring it into the classroom because it's really fun. But that's been a challenge, but it really does work really well because the students do so much of the work on their own, and you don't bring it into the classroom. I think my favorite chapter is what we like to call the accidental client. I teach it the very first week because I teach Assent. It allows the students to see that what it's like to be a lawyer in the very, very first week of class. And it uses contract doctrine within the context of being a lawyer. And the reason I love it so much is I get emails from students. And one of the emails I got from a student recently said, "Thank you so much for writing that chapter and assigning it to us. I had never really thought about how important and critical it is to be a lawyer and the responsibilities that we have." And I think the fact that we can teach that in the first week and the first year is just totally cool.
One of the things that I like about the accidental client chapter is it exposes students to a legal malpractice real complaint, and it asks them to draft some of the paragraphs of the complaint. So it gives them an idea that there is such a thing as legal malpractice. It gives them an idea that they can be the victim of a legal malpractice complaint if they mislead a prospective client, and it exposes them a little bit to civil procedure and to what a complaint looks like. And so it does a lot in a short amount of time, and it's got that big ethics overlay.
Our book was a labor of love that we would really like to share with other people.
And we would encourage them to get in touch with us if they have any questions about how to use it or what our experience has been with it.